Mountainhead is a 2025 American satirical comedy drama television film written and directed by Jesse Armstrong in his directorial debut and stars Steve Carell, Jason Schwartzman, Cory Michael Smith, and Ramy Youssef. The film follows four billionaire friends on a secluded weekend retreat as the world goes through major turmoil. Now for me, Mountainhead tries too hard to be clever, but ultimately collapses under the weight of its own ambition. Clearly inspired by the razor-sharp writing and layered tension of Succession, this new series aims for intellectual depth but lands somewhere between tedious and self-important. The movie is overwhelmingly dialogue-heavy, yet most of the dialogue feels like it's trying too hard to sound profound. Unlike Succession, where every word felt like a dagger, Mountainhead often feels like a lecture, dense, slow, and oddly hollow. To its credit, the acting is solid across the board. The cast gives limp material more weight than it deserves, but even a strong performance can't save a story where nothing really happens. Steve Carell does his best with the material as Randall Garrett, an aging multi-billionaire who has cancer and is seen as the daddy of the group, where Cory Michael Smith really does dig into his role of Venus Parrish, the richest of the quartet. It's nice to see Cory Michael Smith getting a role like this and really showing off his acting chops. However, I find Ramy Youssef here as Jeffrey Abradazi incredibly annoying, speaking like he should be on a beach somewhere rather than a tech billionaire. And Jason Schwartzman plays the suck-up here of Hugo Super van Yolk. And albeit Schwartzman tries hard, the character really just sort of goes nowhere. In saying that though, the actors do try their best. It's just that I found the film directionless. There of course are moments of insight, a few pointed digs that land, and the film does speak to a wider context of where the world could be heading and the rise of these oligarch-type tech billionaires. But all those good insights are surrounded by so much aimless chatter that overall the impact is lost. Ultimately, Mountainhead feels like a movie with a lot to say, but not a compelling way to say it. Maybe it would have worked better as a television series, where these characters could have been developed, and you could have maybe seen their backstory. That was one reason why Succession was so successful, as we got to understand who these people were and get an insight into their personalities and character traits. This movie here feels rushed, overly ambitious, and maybe Armstrong trying to be far too clever. Maybe Armstrong was just spread too thin, now also acting as director for this piece. And maybe his talents just lie in the writer's room rather than behind the camera. As a movie and as a follow-up to, of course, what was the brilliance of Succession, this, of course, is quite a letdown. Whereas Succession was a masterclass in tension and character building, this is just plainly boring, pointless, and really just sort of goes nowhere. While well-intentioned, Mountainhead is a film that I felt grossly let down by. With its solid good acting performances, making good points yet wasted potential, this is a film that is more mountain than message. Mountainhead gets a 5 out of 10.